episode, we are really excited to welcome back our first ever returning guest, People and Organisational Development Specialist Helen Franklin from Free to Lead Consulting. Helen joined us in our first season and we're really excited to welcome her back for our sixth. So today we're going to be continuing conversations with Helen all about hybrid working and Helen's recent research findings on this very specific topic. So stay with us and enjoy. Helen, welcome back.
Hi, Helen. Hi there. Great to see you both again.
Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. It's so nice to have you back. I can't believe you joined us in the first season and now we're in our sixth. So
I know.
I was thinking it doesn't even feel like it was that long ago.
When executives were interviewed, 60% of them said that they are deciding workplace policy from the top without consultation to their employees. And interestingly, that same research shows that executives prefer to be in the office. So what's the likelihood that their approach to hybrid working is reflecting that we work with? And I think part of the issue actually is that people have been adapting to getting back into the workplace and particularly thinking about what they need to do for the consumers, the customers, the stakeholders. Of course, that's important, but sometimes at the cost of thinking about what's right for the organisation. If someone is productive, full stop, if they're productive in the office, they'll be productive at home. That's just the nature of the person. So if they're not productive in the office, they're not going to be productive at home generally. So it doesn't really make a lot of difference because people if they have the right skill set and the right drive, they're going to manage to be productive. So initially when we first had remote working and people were going into lockdown, that was a big issue, the concern of, well, if I can't see people, do I know that they're actually working? And of course, for people who've never worked at home before, they had to adjust and be self-directed and understand what that meant. But you would hope 2.5 years on that has moved on, and yet you still see quite a lot of articles around, well, are people trusted? Do we need to see them to make sure that work gets done? Which is important to understand. Why are we even looking at this? And as a result of that, thinking about perhaps some principles around hybrid working. What does it need to be able to enable us to do? And I think if at the exec level, they can think about the why. And for example, some organisations that Jerry and I work with are looking at how does it link to our values. If we've got really strong organisational values or principles, that tells us about the culture we have. It tells us about our outward-facing brand to customers and consumers, for example. And really our hybrid working should align with that. And then power of yet. And I think that's really important that we're thinking that things are not going to work straight away. And I think that's one of the most important principles in a way about hybrid working. It's not fixed. It's going to move because your organization moves, your team changes, people come, people go. You need to be thinking about, here's the way we're going to do this for now. And it may not work perfectly yet, but we will keep reviewing it and we'll make sure we have the right kind of periods of reviewing it, and we'll be curious and we'll listen. So you potentially are going to walk. You're potentially going to go somewhere else where it has a much better approach to giving you what you need. And we're seeing a bit of that. So retention is pretty important around hybrid working. People are much clearer now about what they expect from their working environment. And again, I appreciate it has, it's a mutuality thing here, that the organisation needs to get what it needs and the individual as much as possible. But as we know, with the kind of the war for talent right now, people are moving where they think they can get what they need.